beats of battle sing to the clashing of steel, till all the mountains lie broken and bleeding from wounds that no magic can heal. Go, my child, to Skyrim. Morning has come, and we need to head back to the city. But I was thinking that we might take a quick look around this new town that has sprung up since the last time I came here. Or at least go visit the blacksmith. See if maybe we can offload a few of the items that we picked up in those 2 barrows. Get a little extra coin. Good morning. So, you're the new blacksmith here.
Good morning.
I was wondering if you might be interested in taking a look at a couple of items I've picked up.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Let's see. I think I'm actually going to hold on to these for now. I don't know, I've been considering maybe wearing a bit more heavy armor. I'm not quite sure about that idea yet. But this I think I can definitely get rid of. And this, whatever it is, it's kind of mesmerizing to look at, but I don't think it's going to be very useful to me. And, he doesn't have enough coin to take much else. But let's see what he can afford. Well, I guess we'll have to leave it at that, unless he has anything interesting to sell. Not really anything that I'm interested in at the moment. Well, thank you.
Until next time.
Good day to you. Rumarin? You sure move fast. Actually, before we head out, that reminds me of one more thing. I want to take a few minutes to think about what I've learned recently. I have been considering working on heavy armor, but I think perhaps I should focus on smithing in general. I feel like I could make something better than what I have right now. So let's go with that. And then I'll put a little bit more thought into heavy armor for the future. I just feel like this light armor I've been wearing isn't quite cutting it. There have been a few too many close calls recently. In any case, let's be on our way. We'll head back to the city and see what Galmar thinks of what I've done. And there it is. I have to admit, I'm a little bit nervous going back. But I suppose, well, this is what I've decided to do, so I think what I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time in the market before visiting the Palace of the Kings. Since that blacksmith over by the Nightgate Inn really couldn't afford to buy much of what I had, perhaps the blacksmith here will, or perhaps one of the other merchants in town. I really don't want to be lugging all of this heavy stuff with me if I can help it. Good morning. You both with me? Alright, so first stop is the marketplace. Well, that's most of those items taken care of, though there's still a bunch of jewelry that nobody can seem to afford. And a few magical items. I suppose I could go up to see if Woundfirth would be willing to buy any of them, but I wonder if the alchemist will take them. That'd be a little more convenient, I suppose. Good morning.
I'll be fine.
Oh, it seems I've interrupted a conversation.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
A wise alchemist once told me that two ingredients
You see,
of
you're
potion
not
should
well.
never
Have a
ever
seat.
mix together
I'll fetch you
on
some
known
tonic.
root and I forget the rest.
If there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now.
Excuse me?
I'm so close to the answer.
Is something wrong?
Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the white phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it.
Oh, the White Phial, that's the name of this shop, isn't it? What is it exactly?
The legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container, made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is... poetry.
That does sound marvelous, but why is this phial so important to you?
I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the phial. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the Eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it.
I see. Well, if you tell me where it is, I might be able to get it for you.
You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of
A
here.
long-forsaken
Corral
cave.
Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach its resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here.
Ooh. Wait a second. If I understand correctly, this place that you've pointed out to me is where I just was yesterday. Ugh, are you kidding me? Alright, well, at least I know the Draugr shouldn't be a problem if I go back in there. In any case, I came here to see if you might be willing or interested in buying any of these items I have. I'm not sure if they're exactly what you're looking for, but you might find something interesting.
Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
Well, not much of one, really. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like what I have would be of much use to you. Well, I'm sorry to take up your time like this, but I suppose at least this means I'll be retrieving that file for you.
Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the file, you fool!
If we can't find this file the old-fashioned way, I recommend we just find a normal bottle and paint it white.
You know, I'm not sure that would work very well, Rumarin.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
I noticed his temper. Why is it that you work for him anyway?
Are you kidding? I came all the way from Cyrodiil just to work with him.
Really?
He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much.
Well, I suppose if you think it's worth it. Say, this white file, do you think it really exists?
It doesn't matter what I believe. Norelian does. And it might be the only thing keeping him alive right now.
I see.
I'd better get going.
I don't remember seeing anything that looked like the file he describes
Could you fetch me a copy of the firmament?
when we were in that cave,
the old
but
star charts to today's.
there was that strange
Did they really record the star
basin.
positions from Corral Mill's tomb? There's no way it's that precise.
Confound it, boy, I know what I'm doing. It will help me determine the season of his burial, which I can cross-reference.
I apologize, Master.
Don't waste time apologizing.
Interesting. Anyway,
Just find the
we'd
book.
better get going.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
Well, I suppose. Where is Rumarin? There you are. It's time for me to head back up to the palace and take care of business there. But that's not business that I'm willing to get you involved in.
We heading out? Let me just conjure up the energy.
Well, I'd like to... That was strange.
I'm right behind you.
What kind of mask was that?
You there. You're the one they call Dragonborn.
Well, the Greybeard seemed to think so, though I've tried not to advertise it too much.
Then it is too late. The lie has already taken root in the hearts of men.
Excuse me?
So we shall expose to them the falseness in their hearts by tearing out yours, deceiver.
What?
When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
What are you talking about? Whoa! Oh. Ah! Where's the other one? There.
Right, that's one less thing to worry about.
Or maybe one more thing to worry about. What was all that about? Ah. I need a health potion. Or a couple.
I want to ask
are these
who
people?
only drink wine, do you enjoy being an arrogant sob?
Strange robes. And an even stranger mask. I don't know what to make of all this. Where was the other one? You. He's using that staff against me. And what is this? Alright, let's see. Board the vessel Northern Maiden, docked at Raven Rock. Take it to Windhelm, then begin your search. Kill the false dragonborn known as Edda Wintertongue before she reaches Solstheim. Who said I was going to head to Solstheim anyway? Return with word of your success, and Mirak shall be most pleased. Who on Nirn is Mirak? And why does he think that I'm a false dragonborn? Well, this is more trouble. But it doesn't change my plans. Well, Rumarin, thank you for helping me take care of those two.
Some say Rumarin is a feminine name, but I'm not a girl, I just fight like one.
That's right, you fight spectacularly. Since we sold most of what we found in those two barrows, I have a few things for you. First, I'd like to give you your share of the gold that we made, which is about 1,000. And then there were two more things. One, there was this shield that I thought might be useful for you. Seems to suit your style. And finally, now this is a little bit odd, but I think you might find some use from it, given that you use conjuration spells. So, if you find it doesn't suit your tastes, you're free to do what you'd like with it, but here it is in case you want it. Now, what I'm going to do next is something that I really don't feel right involving you in. So I think for now, we should part ways, but if there's ever, I don't know, an adventure that doesn't get you involved in politics, perhaps I'll seek you out again sometime?
Alright, you know where to find me.
Alright, Rumarin. It's been nice to see you. Take care of yourself, alright? Alright. Now on Amla.
Lead on, brave traveler. Lead on.
For you, I have some gold as well. Though I'm not sure that I have any items that you would find interesting. Unless you want some jewelry. Or a torque to match mine. But, as I told Rumarin, I don't want to involve either of you in this war that I've gotten myself into. But I haven't forgotten the promise I made. So, as soon as I can, let's meet in Morthal, and we'll go together to find this mysterious friend of yours, since you came with me to see my mysterious friend. I'm not sure how long I'll be, but just wait for me there, and I'll catch up with you.
I thank you for your company. If the Hist should guide our paths together once more, you have my blade. Knight's honor, Swamp's honor.
And I will see you back in Morthal. Come on, let's head up to the Palace Garm. We have to have a little conversation with Galmar Stonefist.
We don't even know it exists.
What's this about?
They don't all support you.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot. We should risk letting those mill drinkers put Torrid's woman on the throne. She'll hand Skyrim over to the elves on a silver plate.
All the more reason, then. The crown would legitimize your claim.
A crown doesn't make a king.
No, but this one.
If it even exists.
It exists, and it will be the symbol of the righteousness of our cause. Think about it. The Jagged Crown. It heralds back to a time before Jarls and Moots.
Is he talking about what I think he's talking about?
The king was a king because his enemies fell before him, and his people rose because they loved him. Skyrim needs that king. You will be that king.
What are you doing here?
You must be.
You're certain you found it?
When have I ever been false with you?
Fine. I'll send the Unblooded here with you. Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir up Galmar's Jagged Crown.
Sounds interesting.
It will be there. You'll see. You're alive. I owe Ulfric a drink. I have to admit, I didn't think we'd be seeing you again.
Oh, really?
I misjudged you. You're definitely Stormcloak material. It's time we made this official. You ready to take the oath?
Wait a second. Before we go any further, are you telling me that you sent me out there expecting me to die?
Not at all. That was as much a test of your abilities as it was your resolve. I wasn't sure your heart was in it, but you've proven me wrong, and I respect that. Now, if we're done being sentimental, it's time for you to take the oath.
What is this oath?
Before you're one of us, you must swear fealty to Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak, future High King of Skyrim. You must also pledge unswerving loyalty to your fellow Stormcloaks, to Skyrim, and to her people.
I see. But isn't it enough that I'm here and ready to fight?
You can stick a sword through an Imperial any day you want, but that doesn't make you a Stormcloak. We're not just fighting Imperials. We're fighting to restore Skyrim to her glory and give her the king she deserves.
All right. That seems reasonable enough, I suppose. Then I'm ready to take this oath.
That's the spirit. By swearing this oath, you become one of us, a heroine of the people, a true daughter of Skyrim, a Stormcloak. Repeat after me. I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak.
I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak.
Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim.
Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim.
As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond.
As Talos as my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond.
Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms.
Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms.
All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim.
All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim.
Now you're one of us, which means you get to tag along on a little trip with me. Oh, and here. You're a Stormcloak now. You ought to look the part.
Ah. The uniform.
Watch yourself out there.
Wait. Animalot, we're going to have a talk in a minute. General Galmar. What is this mission that you want me to go along with you on?
I have found the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. Can you believe it? Well, I'm almost certain. We're headed to Corvinjune, but if old King Borgus is indeed buried there, we're bound to run into trouble of some kind. Your fellow Stormcloaks are already assembling outside the tomb. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished up here.
Are you really referring to the Jagged Crown?
Have you not heard that ancient verse? Maw unleashing rays of snow, of dragons from the blue brought down, births the walking winter's woe, the High King in his jagged crown.
I have heard it.
Going way back to King Harald's time, or even before, the High King always wore the jagged crown. It was the symbol of his might and power. The crown is made from the bones and teeth of ancient dragons, and it is said to contain a portion of the power of every king who has worn it. True or not, who would dare deny Ulfric's claim when the legendary Jagged Crown sits upon his brow?
I see. I never thought I'd say this, but I think I agree with Galmar on this one more than I do with Ulfric. There's power in symbols. But, General, how do you know that this crown is in Corvinjune, you said?
It's true. The location of the crown was lost with King Borgus after the Great Hunt killed him while he was off on his damned Alessian campaigns. But legend holds, his body was secretly returned to Skyrim and buried with the crown. Its exact whereabouts lost in the following Wars of Succession. Through sources that shall remain nameless, I've tracked down what I believe to be the final resting place of King Borgus, Corvinjune. If the crown exists, it will be there.
And if it's there, we'll find it. But you said you anticipate some danger.
Aye. The Great Hunt killed old King Borgus. Gods only know with what profane arts those elves cursed his remains. Curses notwithstanding, The tombs of kings are always full of traps to ward off grave robbers, are they not?
Not
But
to
nothing
mention...
a band of Stormcloaks can't handle, I assure you.
Well, yes, I'm sure we can handle a few traps and a few Draugr. Very well then. I'll go make sure that this uniform fits me properly, and I'll meet you at Corvingend.
Get yourself kitted out with what you need. Welcome to the fight, brother.
Thank you, Galmar. Now, Anumla, what are you doing? I thought we were going to meet in Morthal, but you followed me in here. Listen, this isn't your fight. You shouldn't be getting involved in this. I mean, I suppose you want to keep me out of trouble, but I've gotten myself into trouble. There's no getting out of it at this point. Alright, I suppose if you insist,
Right behind you.
you can tag along, but I don't like this. Come on. I have to take care of this armor. And then head out to Corvingend. Jarl Ulfric?
Why are you still here? You're supposed to be at Corvignon, proving Galmar right, or proving him wrong.
Well, I'll be on my way. And if all goes well, I'll come back. We'll come back, bearing the Jagged crown for you.